Leading up to Jericho's new child, we move into his lovely new life of trying to
Oh,
sort out how to be a parent otherwise. At
gerbil.
least a second time, considering Lunar gets left behind to do most of it.
Oh,
His excitement from his baby has now been sheltered out by the passing of more people. But considering he's as immortal as you get, what do you expect? Not everyone else gets to enjoy his lovely immortality. And because of the loveliness, I'm not sure if it's because he's on family leave or the game is just simply not feeling like doing its job. Unfortunately, he skips work for the day. Like, I kept trying to send him to work and he would refuse. So we skip out on the day of work because that's whatever. And of course, we have to throw up a new party because toddlers grow up quick. Actually, I think technically it's infants, toddlers, I don't know. The standard who, what, and where. And we really know the immersion's breaking when he picks up plates and wanders literally to the other house to wash dishes and serve his food, but I guess he mostly just wanted social attention more than anything else. We start painting in and start this lovely picture. I only describe it as like a callback to like the Call Me Kevin thing. I mean, it's similar enough to him, but who knew? And this is where we start realizing there's a lot of issues with pathing happening, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. No matter how many times I would reset stuff or save and reload, that thing just absolutely would start failing on. And they really started hating stairs, especially while holding a baby. I mean, she would demand, fuss, cry, take our sweet time, and hopefully, I mean, we figured out how to sort it out eventually, but it took a lot of backhanding and moving. And as disgusting as it is, it still seems to leave trash everywhere. Change a baby's diaper, throw it on the ground. I don't know why they can't seem to want to do it. I guess if they have to be neat stems, newsflash to me. Giving baby some attention because she's needing it. The other two show up. Of course, those two start arguing over the smallest detail there is. Because I don't remember their names, and I don't care to remember their names, but two of them start arguing over something. And she even expectedly wants to go to the bathroom, but decides to spend all day waiting. Taking a nice luxury shower, we figure we should finish up this painting just to make sure we have it up. Another masterpiece added to the collection. I might have to remove that stupid the symbol on the ground because it's starting to become a problem. But it ends up being a masterpiece we plant right in the kitchen, which finds that it doesn't turn invisible when the walls need to, so I guess privacy there. And we let the child explore. Good old Isabella can now roam about to play with whatever it is she wants. Turns out, she really did hate the STEM radio. Because the moment I turned it off, she became the most happiest baby there is. So I'm gonna guess you're not being a musician in the future. Which I guess is fine. I don't. And she enjoys being just in the same room as him, which is fine. But she needs a nap, so we'll have to deal with something. Watching her crawl around is quite the most fun thing to watch. Which his choices of what he does to give her a nap is probably the most random, considering his innate fear. This man can't spend 2 seconds sitting in a pool, but yet somehow he can pick up a baby, sit in the pool, and give her a nap all in one day. So I have no idea the logic behind what his ruling standards are. Of course, he gives her a nice nap while there, and then immediately, after doing all that, that was an interesting, but whatever. He immediately decides that he just needs to head inside for a nice, lovely meal. But as with every baby, naps tend to take longer than he need to, so who cares? He still manages to look at his phone and babysit at the same time, but he abandons the baby to go use the necessities and food. Not sure exactly where he takes off to go through, but he leaves the baby to be babysat, I guess. Not sure if I trust the baby by a pool, but at least they're friendly enough to chat with each other. Of course, Isabel also gets bored of that because she prefers friendly faces more than anything else, but the little bit of entertainment she does get is happy as is. I don't know what the thought process was to bake food while he had tea, but whatever. And you can just see the highlight happiness from her face as she crawls back into the house and sees her favorite person. And at some point, she somehow got herself dizzy, and I don't know how that happened. We get some nice fresh gardening as the party for, I guess, the birthday party at this point shows up and arrives. You can see the disappointment in the repairman as he arrives also, as he has to work while we party. And some pre-planned food to hopefully sort out issues that come through. As funny as it is, he seems to just abandon it. Like, it's fully made to just finish cooking, and he just leaves it. Regrettably, I also forget that she's also taking her nap. And I make the dumb choice of blowing out candles, because it says it ages them all up. Which, turns out, it only aged Jericho up, which is not great. But he gets this fullness from his age up, because now he's even more muscular than he needs.
Oh, yipsy.
I mean, he makes up those sweet tribal tattoos he decided to have. Finally, we make it to actually doing some nice upgrading the plants, because their quality's improved, fertilizing. Gardening's such a relaxing thing to do. The simple lives he used to live, where he didn't have to keep taking care of 20,000 Sims, and most of his stuff was all in the house, and nothing started breaking, and pathing worked fine. He's got the attention span of like a 3-year-old though, because the moment we tell him to start farming, he just wanders off to do whatever. But we're gonna have to sort out more issues and problems, because we're gonna eventually teach a toddler how to do better at themselves. Might just take the old-fashioned of breaking down and locking the Sims up and just make them paint all the time. That might be a consideration, just to make a painting farm. Or, well, if I had the money, I'd get the renters one, so then we could just have a bunch of people renting. But either way, got this lovely farm that I just spend all day farming and relaxing. Maybe when the baby grows up to being like a child age character, I might just start expanding the farm into having more plants and seeds so we can grow even more stuff. Maybe hybridize it to even better standards. Grow like a super tomato or something, but that's for at least another several Sim days. Annoyed by these stupid things still not being repaired, as many repairmen as I've called. Keep hiring them and they keep not showing up, or they do show up and they don't fix things. But we get another pleasant scene of them doing stuff. And we finally hit past the infancy stage into the real toddler stage. And here's where we find the game just suddenly broke. Of course, random button it is, because that's the funnest way to deal with stuff. Randomizing the Isabella into an Inquisitor Sim. Now, I have to spend a lot of time figuring out what happened to make this game break its problem. Because boy howdy does it annoy me to no end. He does go fix the cradle into being an actual toddler bed, which doesn't help either. And I swear the maid has not been here in a couple days because everything's been a mess. And people keep sleeping in his bed. You have your own beds. I'm gonna have to sell that bed at this rate. And we find out that nothing has broken because he's now spending her time napping in the office room. Which, I mean, I think actually is carpeted, so it's not the worst room to sleep in. But just look at that adorable sleeping face. Look at her. Aww. If only I could get your pathing fixed so she can go to bed. And believe me, I wish the pathing would work. And I had to break down and figure something out. But this adorability, future things I don't get to enjoy. Now this is where the pathing starts really to break. And I feel you, Jericho. I feel you, man. That's exactly how it was for me figuring that stuff. Even with all the random calls driving me mad to kill him while I'm middle of it. Anger upon anger. We finally make it out of the house, and Isabella takes an angry nap on the ground. But I can't fix that problem, because this is when I finally realized I have to sort out what exactly to do. Because finally picking it up and watching him literally walk to the wall to give up to get there. So, decidedly, I have to move the bed out of that house and into this one, so that hopefully the pathing doesn't break. And probably figure out how to fix those stairs and not be so annoying. Waiting for the tantrum nap to finally end, I send poor Isabella to bed. Finally getting her in a place where she can finally take her nap. And probably have to figure out how to make stairs work better, because, ugh, these stairs work terribly. Another announcement from someone he's visited and seated at this point. Added another kid to the listing. I really do need to go look at his family tree, but finally we make it to the point where he can be put to bed. Good night, Isabella, you poor baby. The mascot seems to get dirty and rough all the time. I don't know what exactly she does that she gets to that point, but finally we make it to the point where we read her to sleep, and that's fun. Too much work just to figure that out. Too many things to try and get to work it out. As he ends his day of putting Isabella finally asleep, to enjoy some nice cake. I could actually go for some carrot cake, to be fair with you. Actually, I think that was birthday cake, but either way.
Oh,
I could
bija.
take some carrot cake or birthday cake at this point, and I'd be totally game. Needless to say, finally sorted out some issues, and hopefully a lot less come about it. I'll probably readjust the stairs and move some stuff around, because boy howdy does none of it work. But for now, you can catch me on Twitch every night to enjoy myself and probably relaxingly enjoy every other issue that comes through. But for now, I will see you later. Bye bye!